I get to speak to a lot of business people, and when you talk to them about planning, some of them will tell you that I have a CPA who's working for me, who's helping me with my tax planning. That's great. As long as you're sure that you have a proper team who understands tax planning. The team has to understand tax planning. It's not enough to say I have an attorney. It's not enough to say I have a CPA working for me. If it's a CPA who doesn't understand tax planning, then you're not getting nothing. You're losing money out of that. There is something that I tell people. There's a difference, a big difference between a tax preparer and a tax planner. A tax preparer is someone who understands the basics of tax preparation. He will take your numbers and put them in a set of tables and then comply with the IRS and then file your taxes. That is the role of a tax preparer. A tax planner, on the contrary, is someone who understands the tax laws, who understands the different industries that we are in. And they are able to use those tax laws in a way that can optimize your taxes, to use them in a way that you avoid paying certain taxes just because he understood how to place them, make you comply with those avoidance rules. So you can basically avoid taxes by using someone who understands the law. There is something we call in tax planning loopholes in taxes, that people use loopholes. I tell people all the time, these are not loopholes. These are there for a purpose. Business people are people who help with so many things. They are being given certain incentives in the tax law. So if you understand those incentives, you're able to provide those business people with those incentives that will make them reduce their taxes. They are not loopholes. They are there for a purpose. They are tax incentives. And a tax preparer will not understand them, whereas a tax planner will understand them. So if you wanted to use three different types of people, there's an attorney that you could use, an attorney who is a tax attorney. The second thing is a CPA. Or you can also use a financial planner. Financial advisors have a lot of vehicles that they work together with CPAs to help you do that. And that's what we do. We have a tax advisors group that our firm works with. And we make sure that all our clients, they go through those processes so that they can take advantage of any tax deferral plans that are available. And that's what we do. So if you need to know more about these things, we can talk about these things for days. It's a long process. It's a pretty detailed process because the IRS is a set of laws. You have to go by the laws. You have to understand those rules. If you take them without fully understanding the rules, you're going to go into loggerheads with the IRS officer, and you don't want to do that. Tax avoidance is really incentives that are out there for tax people, for tax preparers, for taxpayers to be able to take advantage of, and we are there to help you with those. When I speak to a business guy, I always tell them that when you start your business, the most important thing is your intent. What is your business intent? There are three different types of people in business. Business owners, you have some people who are very keen about taking care of their employees. If you're keen about taking care of your employees, I have tax deferral vehicles. I have things like plans that I can do with the financial advisor that we can put in place to give the best benefits to your employees while avoiding you taxes. That is why we use the financial advisors. The other thing is, some people start a business with the option of taking care, making the maximum. They want to basically take care of themselves. And then we also have plans for that. Tax deferral plans that are there to give you maybe your 401k deferral, your IRAs, all those type of benefit plans, deferred benefit plans that you can put in place for the future to take care of them. Some other people are creating businesses for 5 years. They want to sell those businesses. If your intent is to sell those businesses, again, we have to put in place structures. That is why you have to communicate with a tax planner. That is why you have to communicate with your financial advisor. And we work in tandem with these people to make sure that your strategic intent is being met. This is very important. And that is key for every businessman, because every businessman out there has a particular purpose. And we want to make sure that those purposes are being fulfilled. I tell people there's something I call leverage. Leverage means You have to understand when to let go.
Especially if you are not the expert of the matter.
Exactly. Yeah. Every business leader, every business person has his own area of expertise. I am here because I want to sell cheers. Yeah. If you are a cheer seller, what you do is you're going out there and all your focus is on doing that. What you want to do is, if you look at the balance sheet of every business, the biggest expense is taxes. And you want to make sure that you have the right people to take care of that. So what you do, I tell people, you have to leverage. Focus on the areas that you do best and look for the right people to take care of those areas that you don't have any clue about. I am never going to sit here and try to be doing try to do my employee benefits myself. I work with the tax planner to do that because it takes me, even if I were to learn it, it would take me 2, 3, 4 days to do one single thing. That is not being efficient. I focus on my core business areas, core knowledge areas, and then I give my accounting to an accountant. I give my bookkeeping to a bookkeeper. I give all those things, each department, and that's the way you grow. Otherwise, you become a one-man show, and your business is not going to grow. You have to multiply yourself like 50 times in every business. You train other people. That is the only way you can grow from a small one-man business to a multinational business.